is in the fiery furnace and who is not. In the book of Daniel, we find the prayer of one of the three young men in the fiery furnace. He is named Azariah, who God helps, and surely represents the desperate but fervent praying that would categorize anyone walking around in the flames of a fiery furnace. He appeals to God to keep his part of the covenant relationship with all the proper humility, confession of sin, and pleading of mercy that might be expected. He asks Yahweh to operate from God's better, even best instincts, and assures Yahweh that they will do the same and follow you with our whole heart from now on. A good prayer that tells us about what we can expect from this God of Israel. They are in the furnace, but the fire did not touch them or cause them any pain. The theme develops further in the parable of the unforgiving debtor. It begins with Peter asking, "How many times must I forgive my brother?" And Jesus answers that you must forgive them 17 times 7. In the story, the master is moved with pity to cancel the entire debt of a servant, which would amount to $9 million. The parable ends with the invitational one-liner, "Each of you must forgive your brother or sister from the heart." This is what the master, God, has done. The greedy, selfish debtor, who is owed a mere $15, throttles his fellow servant, ignores his attempt, and promises to throw him into prison, as if it's going to help. In his attempt to imprison the other, he ends up being tortured and imprisoned himself. This is a classic Middle Eastern wisdom story. It is both gracious statement about what we can't always expect from God and an honest warning about how many refusals to forgive actually destroys and imprisons the very own who refuses. Jesus invites us all in a rather easy to understand story of God's nonsensical loving from the heart. It would seem that praying to forgive serious injuries is like praying while burning in a fiery furnace. And if you do not pray to be released from your unforgiving heart, you will indeed keep burning. Sometimes only God can release you from such a furnace. Today, as we pray, let us start with, "God of compassion, do not let us shame ourselves or the wonder of your name by living outside of the wondrous loop of your forgiveness and mercy."